Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the founder of CSTGIA, and bringing you week 8 of Cyber Resilience Protecting What Matters in 2025 series. Today, we're talking about the future of cybersecurity, navigating quantum threats and post-quantum cryptography. Over the past 7 weeks, we've covered foundational cybersecurity priorities, AI-driven threats, leadership strategies, proactive threat mitigation, and securing supply chains. This week, we're going to shift our focus to one of the most disruptive forces on the horizon, quantum computing. Quantum technology has the potential to revolutionize computing, but it also poses a major threat to traditional cybersecurity defenses. Today, we're going to explore quantum threats, the need for post-quantum cryptography, PQC, and we're going to discuss how organizations can prepare for the post-quantum era. So again, quantum computing presents both an opportunity and a challenge for cybersecurity. While it promises breakthroughs in data analysis and cryptography, it also threatens to break encryption standards that currently protect sensitive information. The transition to post-quantum cryptography is no longer theoretical. It is here, and it is an urgent necessity. How prepared do you think your organization is for post-quantum era? Are you already considering quantum-resistant cryptography? You might still be in the stage of trying to understand what quantum computing really is. And quantum computers leverage qubits, quantum bits, instead of traditional binary bits, allowing them to perform very complex calculations exponentially faster than classical computers. You might ask, why is quantum computing a cybersecurity threat? Well, because it breaks traditional encryption. Today's encryption methods, including RSA-2048 and ECC, rely on mathematical problems that are currently infeasible for classical computers to solve within a reasonable time. Quantum computers, on the other hand, using something known as Shor's algorithm, it's feasible for it to break RSA encryption in mere seconds. Second, because quantum computing compromises digital signatures. Currently, many authentication and integrity mechanisms use cryptographic signatures that ultimately quantum computers could forge quite easily. Third, we need to focus on harvesting data now and decrypting later attacks called HNDL. Cyber adversaries are already stealing and storing a huge amount of encrypted data today. Why? Because they are anticipating that ultimately they will be able to decrypt it once quantum computers become viable. Lastly, it poses a potential threat to national security because government agencies, financial institutions, and healthcare organizations store vast amounts of sensitive data that quantum computing could ultimately expose. So what concerns you the most about quantum computing? Encryption threats, authentication risks, or regulatory challenges? How do we prepare for the post-quantum era? It's not if quantum computing is coming, it's already here. So we need to learn how organizations can proactively prepare to mitigate its risks. We need to get smart on the transition to post-quantum Cryptography, PQC. NIST can help you. The National Institute of Standards and Technology has identified quantum resisting cryptographic algorithms and is finalizing the standards for PQC. Organizations can begin to take quantum readiness assessments to evaluate which cryptographic protocols will need to be upgraded first. And the crypto agility approach ensures organizations can transition seamlessly from classical cryptography to PQC without disrupting operations. So an action step you can take is to review the NIST post-quantum cryptography guidelines and assess your organization's encryption readiness. Secondarily, we need to be thinking about quantum secure network infrastructure. That's inclusive of quantum key distribution mechanisms. Unlike traditional encryption methods, QKD leverages quantum mechanics to establish secure cryptographic keys that are immune to quantum attacks. We need to be thinking about hybrid cryptographic systems because many organizations will use a hybrid approach in combining classical and quantum safe encryption during a transition period. Lastly, secure communication channels. Governments and enterprises are investing in quantum secure communication networks designed to protect classified and sensitive data. In this area, you need to be thinking about what is your organization's biggest challenge in preparing for post-quantum encryption. Lastly, quantum resistance identity and authentication. We need to move beyond passwords because passwords and multi-factor authentication must evolve to include quantum secure authentication models. We need to be considering biometric and hardware security keys. Quantum computing resistant authentication will rely more and more on hardware security models, HSMs, and biometric cryptographic solutions. Lastly, we need to be including blockchain and quantum computing. And we need to be asking, can blockchain ultimately survive the quantum era? Researchers are currently exploring quantum resistant blockchain models to ensure decentralized security remains intact. A current case study in 2024 showed that China could successfully demonstrate the first large-scale quantum communication satellite capable of transmitting unbreakable encryption keys. This signals a significant shift towards the adoption of quantum secure networks on a national level. Our challenge to you in this area is identify at least one encryption-dependent system in your organization that will need to transition to quantum-safe cryptography and create a technology roadmap for which to do so. So how are industries responding? Governments, financial institutions, healthcare providers, and tech companies are actively preparing for post-quantum security. So let's examine the response strategies across those industries. In the government and defense areas, national cybersecurity agencies are requiring organizations which handle classified data to adopt quantum resistant cryptographic solutions. The U.S. Quantum Computing Cybersecurity Preparedness Act mandates federal agencies to start transitioning to PQC. In the financial sector, banks are testing quantum-proof encryption to secure transaction, create digital payment systems, and interbank communication. And the SWIFT Global Financial Network is researching PQC to protect cross-border payments. In the health and critical infrastructure area, medical records, patient data, and hospital systems, are now requiring quantum secure encryption to prevent cyber attacks. The energy and utility sectors is integrating quantum safe security frameworks to protect smart grids and industrial IoT. Which industry do you think will be most impacted by quantum secure challenges? So your post-quantum cyber resilience plan could include steps like conducting a quantum readiness assessment where you identify vulnerable encryption methods in your organization. You could then follow NIST PQC transition guidelines and begin implementing quantum-resistant cryptographic standards. You could adopt hybrid cryptographic solutions by combining classical and quantum-resistant encryption to ensure a smooth transition. You could develop a quantum secure communication strategy where you invest in quantum key distribution, QKD, and secure networking solutions. And you can train cybersecurity teams on PQC, where you upskill security professionals to understand and deploy quantum resistant strategies. Identify one area where your organization can start integrating quantum resistant security measures. In an era of quantum computing that is not only fastly approaching, but is here, the time to prepare is now. While quantum threats are serious, the cybersecurity industry is evolving quickly to meet the challenge. However, organizations must take very proactive steps today to ensure that they are not left vulnerable in a post-quantum world. So this week's challenge is to assess your encryption methods and identify at-risk systems. Research NIST post-quantum cryptographic algorithms and begin your discussions on quantum readiness planning in your organization. Again, this is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the founder of CSTGIA, bringing you week 8 of our Cyber Resilience Protecting What Matters in 2025 series, The Future of Cybersecurity, Navigating Quantum Threats and Post-Quantum Cryptography. Join us next week for an interesting and innovative look at what's next in your cyber resilience roadmap.